Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Modern Marriage. Again, today we're gonna have a text visit. We're gonna talk about the CAR woman again, the Christian appealing and realistic woman. We're gonna focus today on a letter that a woman needed help. She asked for help and advice. She said, "My husband wants a divorce." Right out the bat, there's something wrong with that. Either the C is out of the window, the A is out of the window, or is out of the window. Most of the time when the divorce occur, at least two of the C from the CA are already out the window. Only one is left, but is on the ice fin. So that's what happened. Let's see what the story say. Me, 30 female, and my husband, 29 male, have been together for 9 years, married for 7. Oh, that's good. So basically, you've been to 2 years. That's what I like about those kind of beginning, because now they have a foundation. They have 9 years together, and then I believe she was 30, 21 when she met him, and then he was 18, or I mean 21, 21, 22. So that's good. 1 year difference. So that's good. They met young. So I have no problem with marry young people, because back in the day people marry young, like 17, 18, 19. Still today on the Spanish community they marry like 16 years old. So that's a good foundation. She didn't say she met where they met, which was a church with the bars at the club, or if it is and the guy next door, or if it's at a school. It can be anywhere. He's my soulmate. I have never imagined I could love someone that much. He has helped me at my lowest when nobody did. He helped me get my life back together when I was at the edge of losing it. So at this point, the guy has moral, the guy has standard. That's the duty of a man, to uplift a woman and make her more saturated and a more financially stable and spiritual stable and mentally reasonable. That's a giving. But here's the thing about that also, you gotta be careful with that, because once a woman become comfortable, they lose the respect for that man. So basically, either the temper change, either the behavior change, and then men see that as a like you're being ungrateful, because when you're the lowest, you can even dare talk to that man that way, and then now you change because everything. Now your purpose is fulfilled. You feel like you don't need. You get off your cage, and then you feel like you don't need to be that submissive no more. So realistically, the guy's supposed to do what he gotta do, but we're gonna go deeper into it. We do everything together. We travel, like we go on a date every week. In 9 years, we never had a big fight. Well, I wouldn't say never, but that's what I mean by big fight. But here's the thing. Men if usually stay quiet when something bother them, and women will just speak loud about it. Probably the guy that doesn't open up. Most of the guy doesn't open their feeling, but he probably says nothing, but for him it's a big thing, but he's trying not to have conversation with it, or he already know what kind of behavior you're gonna conduct to the house. That's why he's not gonna tell you everything, how you feel. The only problem in our marriage is sex. The only problem is sex. That's a big problem. I wonder, those most of the female lately, they're trying to be ignorant. When they dating, they give it like 3 times a week, literally. But once they get married, they hold into the guy, and then like you can have it once a month, twice a month, or 3 times a month. But when they are dating, it's 3 times a week. So basically, you know how to like a guy by giving him more, but when they are married, they got have to be fight for it. If they got pay a bill, you earn it. If you clean up the house, you earn it. If you do something for her, you earn it. But back in the day, you do that to secure the guy. That's why there is a big event, and the only problem is that's a big one. The bedroom fund is most of the time the biggest red flag for a guy, because what happens is that's why we love a porn. That's why guys are attracted to those kind of bad girl behavior, because they feel like they're entitled to it. Sorry, because those porn, they are honest transaction. They pay in front for the service, and then she provide the service, and that's an honest service because they are true and straightforward. But that's what the same mentality with when you get to the marriage. I pay for the wedding, I'm gonna take a proprietor and then give you everything you want, and return you should not make me suffer for what I need. Let's see. I have a very low libido while he was a high one. He can have it every day, while I only want it once or twice a month. There we go, once or twice a month. I don't think that's a low libido. I think women usually, they, if they're not attracted to the guy, they make the guy pay, especially for the husband. They feel like they, as long as they're married, they good. This is the guy, they achieve the highest achievement in life, which is supposed to be good. But the thing is, are you gonna keep up the man? Because remember, when they were dating for 2 years, she didn't say she got low libido. She didn't say how many times she did it. But now on a marriage, one or twice a month, that's a bad deal for the guy, because the guy is gonna be with like for a once in a lifetime on a month, twice in a lifetime in a month. That's throughout the year. If you do twice a month from 12 months, that's 24 times, and you got 365 days in a year. Is that fair to a man? And he's been married for 5 years. So during the 5 years, he had it 120 times. That's messed up. So it's not about libido. You already know what you're doing. If you get divorced tomorrow, you're gonna have a guy. You're gonna find it. You're gonna push your libido up. You're gonna pick medication, and then you're gonna do what you gotta do, and then you're gonna have it more than twice a month. But with your husband, you just feel like you're not obligated to do so. He has been very patient with me and never pressured me or made me feel bad about it. He suggested me to go to sex therapy. We did, but it didn't work. I got my hormone checked and they were normal. So basically, you're not attracted to the guy. Most of the women, they're not attracted to the husband. They want the financial stable. So that's what happened. Remember, when the girl is mentally unfit or she got issue mentally, leave her alone, because once she in the better place, she not gonna give it to you, because mentally, she, the person that broke her at the beginning, she gonna think about that guy, why the guy is not perfect, why I'm not that guy, why the guy hurt me, why I'm not enough for the guy. And then when you end up marry her, she gonna compare with the other guy, and the next thing you know, that's why she looks attractive to you. And then you can have everything, but she not gonna give it to you as often. This is the situation she's in, because now you spend money on her, and then now you can spend money in therapy, which is a waste. You can get in the girl next door and then have it. And top of that, if you have a girl next door just to please the husband, that's the issue. He's unfaithful, and then he wants divorce because now he become the vows. But he marry you because before that you used to give it to him usually. That's why also when I mentioned the other day, stay away from the Christian woman, because Christian women, they usually want you to wait. I mean, not the Christian. I mean the Christian church goers, they usually, or church members, they usually want you to wait before marriage for you to have it. Once they're married, they give it to, be like, I just my girl, so we're married, you can have it. And toward the marriage, she just gonna be a battlefield for every time. It's gonna be after schedule. You got to plan. You got to be on perfect cues of this. If you say something, if you do something, it's wrong. But in the period of time, she can say whatever she wants. You're gonna pay all the bills. You gotta do what you gotta do. And then if you don't do it, she's gonna say, "Well, you're the bad husband. That's the reason you don't do it." Anyway, so that's the best step for her. Well, in the last 2 years, he stopped asking as frequently as he used to, and we have been doing it once every couple of months. I know it's frustrating, but I don't know what to do. I try giving and doing it when I'm not in the mood, but he always know and stop and get upset because he feel like he's using me. He's using me. So I know the guy. I know his feeling. That's why the guy don't get married lately, because is they end up in sexless marriage. For example, if tomorrow again if she go out there to go on the dating pool, she gonna be the first thing she gonna go. If you go to a date, she gonna probably most likely give it in the first night, because they know how to secure a guy is to give it. Now you're married. Now they got to plan once a month, and they get a patient. Well, that's messed up. If I was him, I would leave the girl alone, because what happened is you paying for a dish that you can get served oftenly, and you keep paying for that dish, and then that shift get to you once or twice a month, and then you keep paying the same amount. And then for example, if they have kids and you have kids, and the next thing you know, you're entitled to pay everything. And then for example, it's for the once or twice a month, if she end up having kids every time, because I know some women, they plan it. If you want to have two kids, they're gonna make you suffer, and they want you to have a kid. And then right before the time of the month where she was able to have kids, she let you have it so she can have kids. And next thing you know, go back to the circle, she be like, oh, the kids take my time, I'm tired and I don't have time, I'm such and such. So because that's the mind game they're playing, and next thing you know, if you try to go to it, you're controlling, you're narcissistic, which is a bad take for women. Because what happens is guys are suffering because they want to be faithful, they want to share their body to one woman, but you guys are too twisted or manipulated. And you, when you want to be married, now you're saying that he has to be Christian because you know you're not sexually active, or your sexual drive gonna drop completely. Now he feel like insecure, he feel like trapped. And then once a guy feel like trapped, there's nothing else you can do because he gonna look at it out else. You're gonna go find somebody else to please his need. So that's why he gonna pay a pro just for his need. And then now you're gonna see your money dried up, and then you're gonna say, where's your money, where's the secret account? Because he's funding his need. That's the contract of the marriage. I take care of you financially and mentally, and in return, you give me the treat. But you hold the treat, and I'm still taking care of that, which is unfair. That's why most men don't get married, because it's not a good deal. Today he told me that he can't do this anymore. That he started to resent me, and he can see how we can work through this. He told me a word I would never imagine I would hear from him. He told me I didn't see option other than divorce, that he doesn't want to spend the rest of his life like that. I've been crying since then. I don't have anyone to talk to. Oh, that's come on, that's understatement. You know what you're doing. Cut it off. You know what you're doing. So you married the guy, you don't expect that to give it to him often, and then now he divorced. You want to divorce, now you're crying because of what? Why are you crying about? He cried because you're gonna lose the money, you're gonna lose the resources that you provide. But you're not crying because the night he spent crying for like 5 years, having it twice a month, like crying overnight when he come to work, and then frustrated, and then he cannot release his stress. And then when he come to you, he got denied because you're not ready. Cut it off. So now you know how long you been crying before you step out and say you're gonna get divorced. You know how long he been out to tell his friend. How long is he been being depressed. But now because he said that, he take the road that's easy for you, because now he feel like he's spending money but he's not happy. If he's not happy, he's not gonna let that situation drain him and then kill him. That's why he say he's gonna end up for the divorce. Not because he doesn't love you, because you don't respect the contract. You unfair to him. And that's the problem people have in the relationship. They, especially women, they play games. They want the guy invest to buy the car, the house, and everything, the kids, and the fund, the college fund, and the retirement fund, but they don't want to give it to the guy. The guy been busting sweat and tears, his blood out there for you, for your survival, but you feel like you cannot even give it to him more than twice a month. Now you crying. I would say to the guy, congratulations, leave the woman alone. And then if you don't have kids, pay her, go through the process, leave her alone. I usually against that, since I'm a Christian, but I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that's holding, and the next thing you know, you have your heart attack, you have high blood pressure, and the next thing you know, you die, and then she's gonna be able to have all this fun to somebody else, or she's gonna repeat this cycle to somebody else. And next thing you know, she drained people out of their energy, their money. So I wonder what she been doing all this time of the month, instead of since you've been doing it twice a month. What about the rest of the month? What you been doing for those 29 days? 27, that's the lowest. For 27 days, what you been doing? Watching TV, playing yourself? What is it? So this is text we said, I completely disagree with a woman. She's wrong. She knows she's wrong, but she's seeking attention that other women should be able to agree that the husband doesn't want to live. But what's his hand for him? He already is stable, and the only thing that he cannot find, looking for his secret is that you have, but he still cannot find it. And then you have it, you're holding it for him, and then you want to make him to pay for it so you can able to reopen it. And then once you pay for it, for the process, the result is not the same. You still had the same result. Imagine for one time it's a month. Imagine you go to work, they pay you once a month, and the money they give you is not even fair. For that one time, probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes. For the whole month, you deserve 10 minutes. Alright guys, that's my video for today. Keep giving me a like, subscribe and all that's new, and then I will see you guys in the next one. Subscribe.